A special AJ Styles tribute comes on Raw next Monday. Wrestling Zone 1. WWE is about to do something that has the entire wrestling world questioning everything we thought we knew about AJ Styles' retirement, and if you're not paying close attention to what's happening here, you're about to get blindsided. Next Monday, the 23rd of February 2026, Monday Night Raw rolls into Atlanta, Georgia, AJ Styles' home state, for what WWE is calling the tribute to AJ Styles. But here's what has me losing my mind and what should have every wrestling fan on high alert. It's been less than 1 month since AJ passed out in Gunther's rear naked choke at the Royal Rumble, less than 4 weeks since he left his gloves in the ring and walked away from WWE. And now, suddenly, WWE is dedicating an entire segment to honoring him in front of his home state crowd. This doesn't add up. This doesn't feel like a normal retirement tribute. Something bigger is happening here, and whether it's AJ coming back for one more match, AJ taking a backstage role, or WWE giving us the proper send-off he deserved in Riyadh next Monday is going to be appointment television. If you think AJ Styles is truly done, if you believe this is just a standard retirement celebration, drop your prediction in the comments right now, because what I'm about to break down will make you question everything. Let me lay out the facts so we're all on the same page. AJ Styles officially retired from in-ring competition on the 31st of January 2026 at the Royal Rumble in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. He put his career on the line against Gunther in what WWE billed as a career-threatening match, and when Gunther locked in that rear naked choke, AJ passed out rather than tap. It was a brutal, definitive finish that left zero doubt AJ Styles' WWE career was over. Or was it? Because here's the thing that nobody can stop talking about. After the match ended, after the referee called for the bell, AJ Styles left his wrestling gloves in the center of the ring as a symbolic gesture of his retirement. That's wrestling tradition. That's how you signal to the world that you're done. But then, and this is the detail that has conspiracy theories running wild, AJ walked back, picked up those gloves, put them back on, and walked to the back wearing them. What does that mean? First trivia question for the comments. AJ Styles debuted in WWE at the 2016 Royal Rumble and retired at the 2026 Royal Rumble, exactly 10 years to the day. Can you name the first opponent AJ Styles faced in a WWE ring after his debut? Drop your answer below. Since the Royal Rumble, AJ has been completely off WWE television. No appearances, no backstage segments, no interviews on WWE programming. Nothing. The only time we've heard from him was on Stephanie McMahon's podcast, What's Your Story, where he discussed his retirement and his future. And what he said there is fascinating. When asked if he would ever come out of retirement, AJ said, and I quote, "I don't know. I don't know. Never say never, right? That's the saying. I think everybody's allowed at least once to come out of retirement. I'm not saying that I'll do it anytime soon. What if my son wrestles the opportunity to tag with him once? You never know." Read between those lines. Never say never. Everybody's allowed at least once to come out of retirement. That is not the language of a man who is done with professional wrestling. That's a man leaving the door wide open for a potential return. And now WWE drops this announcement on the 16th of February episode of Raw, a video package showing highlights from AJ's early career in TNA, footage from NJPW, and his entire WWE run from 2016 to 2026, concluding with the announcement, a tribute to AJ Styles next week, Atlanta, Georgia. Here's what makes this fascinating and what has fans losing their minds. The Royal Rumble took place in Saudi Arabia. Most American fans couldn't attend. They couldn't give AJ the proper send-off he deserved after dedicating a decade of his life to WWE. So now WWE is bringing this tribute to Atlanta, where AJ lives just an hour away in Gainesville, Georgia, and giving the American audience a chance to say goodbye. But is that all? This is a simple goodbye, or is WWE setting up something much bigger? Second question for the comments. If AJ Styles comes out of retirement for one more match, who should his opponent be? Gunther for revenge, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, someone else? Give me your dream opponent in the comments. Let me break down the 3 most likely scenarios for what happens next Monday in Atlanta, and I want you to tell me in the comments which one you think is most likely. Scenario 1, the traditional retirement celebration. This is the straightforward option. AJ appears live in Atlanta, the crowd gives him a standing ovation, he cuts a heartfelt promo thanking the WWE Universe for 10 incredible years, maybe some of his peers come out to shake his hand, and we get closure on one of the greatest careers in wrestling history. This would be WWE giving Edge the proper retirement moment he didn't get in Saudi Arabia in front of fans who actually care. The problem: this feels too simple for WWE. They don't usually announce retirement tributes in advance like this unless there's a twist coming. When Edge retired in 2011, it was a surprise. When Daniel Bryan retired in 2016, it was emotional and unexpected. WWE doesn't typically telegraph these moments unless something bigger is at play. Scenario 2: Gunther interrupts and sets up WrestleMania. Here's the scenario that has the most buzz online. Edge comes out for his tribute, the crowd is showing him love, is being honored for his contributions to WWE, and then Gunther's music hits. The ring general walks out, microphone in hand, and mocks the tribute. He tells us that he ended his career, that Edge was just another name on his retirement list alongside Goldberg, John Cena, and the rest. This leads to a heated confrontation where Edge, overcome with emotion and pride, challenges Gunther to one more match at WrestleMania 42, and that match becomes Edge Styles' official retirement match in front of 90,000 plus fans at the grandest stage of them all. The precedent is there. Shawn Michaels came out of retirement for one match against The Undertaker. Terry Funk has retired 47 times. Edge came back after 9 years. Wrestling retirements are never permanent. Scenario 3: Edge takes a backstage role and helps Dragon Lee. This is the scenario that makes the most sense from a storyline perspective but might be the least exciting for fans who want to see Edge wrestle again. According to reports, Edge and WWE have been negotiating a contract extension, but they haven't reached an agreement on a new deal for him to continue wrestling. However, that doesn't mean Edge leaves WWE entirely. What if Edge appears on Monday and announces he's taking a backstage role, maybe as a producer, maybe as a coach for younger talent at the Performance Center, maybe as an on-screen authority figure? And then here's where it gets interesting. Dragon Lee, who has been feuding with Gunther following Edge's retirement, comes to Edge asking for help. Edge becomes Dragon Lee's mentor, guiding him in his quest for revenge against the Ring General. This allows Edge to stay involved in WWE storytelling without physically wrestling. It keeps him on television, and it builds Dragon Lee as a major star with Edge's endorsement. Third trivia question: Edge Styles is a Grand Slam champion in WWE, meaning he's won all major titles. Can you name all 4 championship accomplishments that make him a Grand Slam champion? List them in the comments. No cheating. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room that nobody wants to address but everybody is thinking about. Could Edge Styles be headed to AEW? According to reports from Fightful Select, Edge could become a free agent as soon as next month. His WWE contract situation is murky at best, and we've seen this playbook before. Adam Copeland retired from WWE and showed up in AEW. Jon Moxley left WWE and became AEW World Champion. Christian Cage, Chris Jericho, the list goes on and on. But here's why I don't think Edge is AEW bound. WWE announcing this tribute in advance signals they want to keep him in the WWE family in some capacity. If Edge was truly leaving for AEW, WWE would not be giving him this spotlight. They'd let him quietly fade away and act like he never existed. The fact that they are celebrating him suggests his staying within the WWE umbrella. Plus, Edge himself has been adamant that he doesn't want to wrestle anymore. He's 47 years old. He's given everything to this business. He's accomplished more in wrestling than 99.9% of performers ever will. He's a future Hall of Famer. If he says he's done, maybe we should believe him. But then again, those gloves going back on. Never say never. The Atlanta tribute announcement, it all feels too convenient to be just a simple retirement. Final question for the comments: on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you that Edge Styles wrestles at least one more match in WWE? Give me your honest rating and explain your reasoning. Here's what we know for certain about next Monday's Raw in Atlanta. The show takes place at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia, Edge's home state. It's the go-home show for Elimination Chamber, meaning it's already going to be loaded with huge moments. Brock Lesnar is scheduled to return to Raw after his Royal Rumble appearance. The final Elimination Chamber qualifying matches will take place, and somewhere in the middle of all that chaos we get the tribute to Edge Styles. Whether Edge appears in person or not hasn't been officially confirmed, but come on, there's no way WWE does a tribute to Edge Styles in Atlanta without Edge being there. The man lives an hour away in Gainesville. He'll be there. The question is, what happens when he shows up? Does he announce a return? Does he confront Gunther? Does he take a backstage role? Does he simply say thank you and goodbye? Whatever happens, it's going to be emotional, it's going to be memorable, and it's going to give us clarity on what's next for the Phenomenal One. One thing is certain: Edge Styles deserves this moment. He debuted at the 2016 Royal Rumble to one of the loudest pops in WWE history. He became WWE Champion twice. He had classic matches with John Cena, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Daniel Bryan, and basically everyone on the roster. He proved everyone wrong who said he was too old or too small or just a TNA guy. He became one of the greatest WWE superstars of this generation. And now, 10 years later, in front of his home state crowd, AJ Styles gets the tribute he earned. Smash that like button if you're excited for Monday's AJ Styles tribute. Subscribe to Wrestling Zone 1 for the absolute best wrestling coverage and analysis on YouTube, and drop your predictions in the comments. Is AJ done for good? Is he coming back? What happens when Gunther inevitably shows up? Let's get this comment section absolutely fired up because Monday is going to be special. I'll catch you in the next one.